the city, baby. And us in Texaco's. You wanna try, baby? I know you can. I know your heart, and you will figure out.
Well, good morning, and I'm here this morning with Dino, and we're actually going to go and look at the Swallowhead Springs and try and work out, was this an ancient spring, or is it just a bit of mythology in history? So it's quite boggy along the field at the moment, but with all the water we've had this year, it's not surprising. And it's just nice to be out this morning and have a look for this Swallowhead Spring and try and establish if it was really anything to do with Silbury Hill over there. And everybody thinks it was, but we don't really know any more than anybody else. And we can go off of Stukely's maps from years ago, and it tells us about various changes to the watercourse. But we hope that the spring wasn't changed in part of this. Well, we've just walked through by the River Kennet through a very boggy field here, you can see. And Dino has just fallen down in the mud. Or the River Kennet, I should say, is running really quite quickly. And I just hope it'll be okay for us to go up and straddle the stones that are there that I've seen before. So we're just getting quite close to it now, and it won't be too far and we'll be there. So we'll carry on up this way. Dino's gone ahead of me, and there he is over there, and we're coming up to the springs now, and I don't think they fail to disappoint, so it's quite nice. We've just been speaking to Nige, walking his dog, and now Dino's waiting at the spring there for me, and we're plucking up the courage to see if we're going to cross it, I think. And here we are, the Swallowhead Springs, and what a lovely sight that is there. Obviously a sacred site to some people, but whether it really is sacred or not, I don't know. But beautiful to see, and quite tranquil if the aeroplane wasn't flying above. And do they date back to Neolithic times? I'm not sure. Were they used by the people for Silbury Hill? I'm not sure, but we'll have a look around and see what we think. And obviously we've had floods and things recently, and these are theoretically the stepping stones. How slippery they are.
Only one way to find out.
No idea. There's only one way to find out, and that is to send Dino first. Go on then, Dino, and we'll see how we go. Oh, Dino's checked his bag to one side, and he's going to give it a try.
No, it's going to end in failure.
Well, it hasn't ended in failure yet, Dino. You're doing all right. Bit of a strong tug there on the water. Oh,
yeah, that's all right.
Take it steady.
It's all the moss.
There's a lot of moss on there.
It's actually very, very strong. You can feel it. You can see there, look.
Ooh. This is good entertainment, if nothing else. Oh, and Dino has made it. Well done, Dino. Hey! Oh, Dino's coming back. He's tidying it all already. Oh, and look at it down there. I'm not sure about this at all. Well, Dino's just coming back across the rocks now, and I fell over, so it's not really a safe thing to do, I don't think. And I think that I may not actually try, because it is a bit too much, but I want to really get to the Winterbourne up there, but we'll
try and go around the other way.
I think we might have to go around the other way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back, we're going to leave the spring at this stage and then try and go back along the stream, or I should say the River Kennet, to where we came in, and then enter the spring from above that bank that way there, because I can see, I've got a wet foot already, but I can see that it's going to end in total disaster any other way. So I think I'll give that a try, because I just can't see me being able to get across there, Dino, without falling.
No, it's definitely not, mate. Right side.
And just walking down the springs now, Dino's pointed out one thing, that it's just gone very quiet as we've got down to here. And we don't know why that is. Maybe something to do with it, who knows. So, and we're now going down to the Swallowhead Springs via the other side, where hopefully we're not going to fall and break our necks on the stones. Why didn't we come this way in the first place, I asked myself. I don't know. So we're now entering the springs from the other way, and it's obviously quite symbolic with a lot of people. And we're now on the other side of the terrible stones, and they are terrible too. I'm not going over those ever again. Just lose me balance for the sake of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow down here and actually walk up the stream bed, hopefully, of this bit here, which splits off into two. You can see Dean there stood by the side, and walk up here, actually up the stream bed, which is good, to the Winterbourne spring of Swallowhead Spring. And you can see it coming up here, splashing through. It doesn't matter because I'm wet already. And I think this one is the actual Swallowhead Spring here, Dean.
Okay.
So that's the actual Swallowhead Spring itself.
Yeah, lovely.
Down from this way here, and you can see it's quite a pretty spot, quite picturesque, quite nice, and would have been, I suppose, a place to gather for ancient man. Well, myself and Dean are stood by the Swallowhead Spring here, and I'm going to ask you a question. Dean, do you think this was used by ancient man?
I think it may have done, especially because of the Silbury Hill literally just being over there. So there is definitely a possibility, but who knows?
So there we are. So none of us really know, but it's a great place to visit, a fantastic thing to see, and be careful you don't slip over when you come here.
Yeah, don't be a hero when you try and walk across. Trust me, I know. Don't
try, because I fell and it was horrible. And I'm absolutely wet now for the rest of the day. So that was a really good move, wasn't it? So one of a wonderful world of James, one of these things I do. But it's nice to come here. Good to think that it may have been ancient man that came here and used these springs just as a gathering point, somewhere to go on an evening, have a chat, work a few flints, have a bit of fun. So it's a different sort of a thing, totally, but interesting to see.
Definitely.
So if you get a chance,
yes, come along, please come and find us. It's right here. It's not signpost easy, so take your time and care when you come here, but definitely come and have some fun.
There, I think Dean summed it up totally there. So a great place to visit, a wonderful thing to see.